We out here today in Oakland on patrol.
I don't know if that's the coroner. No, it's not the coroner. What happened, guys? Everything okay?
The cops will tell you pretty much anything they want you to hear. It's important you gotta check with the people that they're in contact with.
Hey, everything okay over there, buddy? Hey, buddy, you okay? Yeah? Yeah, there's a lot, we can do when someone is being arrested or being detained, but, some situations, we can't do too much about it. All right, sis. And that's one of those situations. They already got somebody, in cuffs on a warrant. I usually ask folks, if they're okay. If they say yeah, they're okay, then I pretty much, turn off the camera and, dip, But if they like no, then that lets me know that there's possibly something illegal that the cops are doing to that individual, and I'm not going to leave.
Oakland police got a history of abusing black and brown people, a history of scandals, a history of, police murders.
What's happening? They say what?
Come into the store and they arrested you. Hey!
You okay, G? Hey, what are you arresting him for?
You want me to follow? Arrest. He's getting a notice to appear and he's going to be released.
Okay.
Will be released.
Cite and release? You releasing him right now? Cite and release?
Hey, bro, they took all his money already, bro.
You took his money?
Yeah, they took his money. I got the video.
He wants to explain to you guys why after. He's more than willing.
Yeah,
to.
Get him that thing, bro. You're my nigga, bro. You don't got nothing to do, brother.
It's his matter to discuss.
Hey, brother.
Sometimes we know there's just more to the story, so we're not gonna walk away. Especially they got somebody in cuffs and there's a large crowd out there. Something more is going on.
The money away, bro. He got checked.
They took his money?
Yeah, he got checked. Yeah.
They probably trying to. They probably trying to say it's part of evidence. It sound like is what they trying to say.
Hey,
I don't fucking know.
Shit to do right here, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They got bigger problems in Oakland than you.
Right.
Yeah.
What it is they take certain parts of Oakland, certain populations to harass. I don't know why, man, but it's fucked up. Is this your beat?
No, sir.
You guys got called out here?
I don't know. I just came to cover my partner.
Okay.
They escaped to fuck around like that, man. Like they escaped to fuck around like no matter what time it is. Feel me?
Huh. Yeah, we like to make sure that everybody in Oakland's being treated fairly.
I understand. What I can tell you is I know there's been a lot of complaints through this area, specifically here.
For
the people that own this, about people being here drinking, gambling, doing drugs, stuff like that, urinating on the buildings, urinating in the parking lots.
That's a lie.
So I'm not saying anybody here was doing that. Just when we do get complaints like that, and we come out here to do any type of enforcement.
that's got to be all over Oakland. People are urinating on buildings. That's not just this place, I'm sure. So that doesn't.
It is happening elsewhere.
Yes, that doesn't give like a specific reason to have extra police patrols here in this particular spot.
But when we have an owner of a property calling, we can't ignore him, right?
Correct.
Like if you own this property and people are here urinating and drinking and doing drugs and gambling, and there was lots of problems, and all these businesses can't have other people.
But you hear the community saying that that's not happening. So who's to say that do they have? I see security cameras up. Do they have any evidence that that's happening?
I don't know. I have not seen that.
So that could just be like a Karen call. You know what that is, right? Where people are just calling on black and brown folks because they don't like them. You know, so maybe ask those people, since there's security cameras all up over here, for, you know, show it to us on camera so we can find out and investigate it properly. That would be a better way of going about it, because the community out here is saying that that's not happening.
They just want the money.
You know?
The police department is broke right now, man.
So we just want to make sure all of Oakland gets treated the same way, you know, whether they up on the hills or down here, you know, in the hood.
Right. Oh, I understand.
Yeah. All right.
That's an excuse, man. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was an excuse to go through his
every
pockets.
Fucking sequel, like we can take a harassment everybody here in this
Yeah.
area, man. This sergeant, I don't know if he's a sergeant or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's him, Mr. Gutierrez, right there.
Hey, what was the original reason why you stopped him?
He said he got a warrant, man.
Hey, officer. Officer Martinez, what was the original reason why you stopped him?
Sir, so if he wants to talk to you and tell you what it is, go.
I mean, that's public information.
Yeah. So as of right now, I'm conducting an investigation. The details of that investigation, I think, only pertains to him.
I don't want to know about the investigation. I want to know about the initial stop.
Okay. Gambling.
The reasonable suspicion.
Gambling.
You saw him gambling?
Hey, you said he had a warrant, man. Where are you going?
The community's saying that you said that he had a warrant
I heard that
in the
one,
beginning.
man. Hey,
So,
We recorded
yeah,
that.
yeah.
okay.
I got
So
a camera. Hey,
it sounds like you didn't have a reason to stop him in the first place. That's bullshit.
What you have to know is there's all kinds of cops. There's cops that are out there being abusive. There's cops that
look, he said I didn't. He didn't
really
have a warrant,
believe in the work that they're doing and are trying to be ethical, but their experiences are limited
Rewind that
to
part
the
where
backgrounds
he
that they
said
come
about the
from.
warrant.
And for those cops that are trying with their limited experiences to do the right thing in neighborhoods that they don't frequent other than when they're on patrol, it takes, you know,
Because
community
if you didn't have
members
reasonable suspicion
to
stop him in the first
stand
place,
up
what's the
and
issue?
try and explain to them the things that they're not aware of due to their lack of, you know, experiences in the hood. And then you got some cops that believe they're right so bad that they're not trying to de-escalate anything, and all they're doing is escalating the situation by how they respond.
Okay.
Give me a second. I'll find out.
Thank
If
you.
you'd like to speak to our sergeant, I can have him come out here.
Yeah, I think we want to talk to him.
Okay.
But I mean, it depends on what you're gonna tell us. You know, it sounds like there's two
I'm not
different.
going to call my sergeant out here if you don't want to speak.
Oh, I definitely want to talk to him then.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk to him.
The community's main concern is that the stop is bogus, that somebody, you know, came up and just, you know, said that, you know, he had a warrant and he didn't have a warrant, and, you know, was just coming up with bogus reasons to stop people, basically racially profiling.
Hey, did you guys already get their? Did you already get their information? Did you guys already get their information, their names and badge numbers?
Yeah.
You got it already? Yeah. Okay. Just get your name and badge number.
Officer Vogt.
Officer
Vogt.
Vogt.
VOGT. My
you.
badge number is 9671.
Thank you. Your partner?
It's Officer Martinez.
Martinez?
Yeah. Badge number is 9313.
9313. All right, thank you. You have the initial stop when they said the reason for stopping
Everything,
her?
when they start everything, so I record everything.
What did they say initially?
Two. There was two witnesses that I spoke to that basically said the same thing, which is that the cop originally said that he was stopping him because of a warrant, and when I asked the cop Martinez, he told me that he was stopping him because of gambling. And so those two things conflict, and if that's the case, then it's a bogus stop.
Right. But
They cooperate, so-
initially before that, he said that he was being stopped for a warrant, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they just told us.
What
something
started
different.
off as, you know, what appeared to be a bogus arrest quickly became clear that this individual, Officer Martinez, the community feels like has been harassing them for some time now. When you got a cop that's always harassing you, always hovering over you, you know, you tired of seeing that cop. You tired of everything he does in your neighborhood.
Yeah, the community over here is tired of being harassed.
Harassed by these kind of people.
Yeah.
This motherfucker coming up to my house, bro.
The police?
Yeah, yeah.
That motherfucker came to my house.
For what?
Creepy, trying to harass me.
Like
You hear that?
intimidation. That sounds
Yes,
like intimidation.
You know.
After the matter was resolved, did he have any reason to go to your house?
Nah.
No.
He grabbed my place and went to the house.
He grabbed your what?
He grabbed my place and went to the house.
They can mow right down, mow whatever they want.
Was that part of an investigation or?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
We know what
You don't talk about okay.
He know for sure. Huh?
Mr. Gutierrez is shaking right now, man. You see his hand?
No puede sacarse uno porque están los perros ladrando ahorita.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you report it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna have a supervisor come on.
Quitan uniforme, el hijo
Cause
puta,
it's crazy, right? Oh, I didn't even see his face. All I grabbed is his fucking car number, 1404. I banged that shit, bro.
Right. Officer, it says Martinez. It say Martinez on his thing. It say Martinez.
Can we see your badge, officer? Martinez.
Martinez.
Oh, it's Martinez, man.
Yes, sir. My name is Officer Martinez with the Oakland Police Department. My badge number is 9313. For everybody who wants that information, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He's creating a tense situation for everyone that, you know, comes out on a call by harassing people, following them to their house, and, you know, all these other things that the community is complaining about out here. He's making it hard for, you know, those other officers on his team to do their job because he wants to, you know, harass people.
Straight up.
He was here harassing you yesterday.
He followed me all the way to El Paisa yesterday, nigga.
Straight up.
He followed you.
He followed us all the way to El Paisa.
Officer Martinez, is that correct?
Picking and choosing what you respond to does not help his situation at all.
Here's what we'd like to do. We'd like to explain the citation to him so he can sign it and get him out of the handcuffs and he's then free to leave.
Okay.
So if we could facilitate that really quick.
Yeah, no problem. I just want to talk to him after that situation is done. I just want to talk to
Since you
him.
asked to talk to the sergeant,
Yeah.
we're not going to interact anymore. We'll let the sergeant talk to him.
Okay. Well, it's important to clarify if he's actually following people to their homes, because that's harassment.
So if somebody would like
The
to
police are not going to respond necessarily exactly how you want them to respond. They're going to respond to how they're trained to respond. Because for them, this is a job. For the community, this is our life. It's a difference.
But they don't want it right there. They don't want to put it on the ticket. What the fuck? Look, he wants me to show this to
Don't
court.
sign that shit. Nah.
Nah, give me the thing you want me
When
to.
your policies and when your training clashes with
Is there money on his
the
property?
principles and the rules of the street, like not playing with people's money,
Let's give him a little
you
space because I don't want them
know,
to
people
get
gonna
noticed
be
and
really
think they're
angry
gonna jump
about
on
that
top
and
of
emotional
him.
about that.
Yeah,
You know, in the hood, there's not a lot of money floating around. So you taking people's money and their livelihood, and they got bills to pay. Like, people's pressure is gonna get up, and especially if you're a cop that's already been harassing people, it's a problem. Police are always talking about how dangerous their job is. You know, it's not that what you're doing is dangerous. It's so much as it's how you're going about it, and you know what you're doing out here in these streets that's causing people to respond to you that way. That makes what you're doing
Yeah, the
dangerous.
community out here has a lot of complaints about what's going on. A lot of complaints.
You're a fucking sergeant. You're supposed to give this motherfucker an example, bro. For real.
I'm actually not a sergeant.
So what you got there? What you got?
You a corporal?
What are you?
Field training officer.
Oh, fuck
Okay.
out of here, bro. Don't watch none of you motherfuckers over here. Especially the community, bro. Why y'all coming over here with that?
If that's true,
You got a warrant with his.
if that's true that he's harassing people, it's creating a situation that's going to be tense for you folks to come over here you know.
Wishing on my behalf for you. I'm gonna sign it, bro.
You understand what I'm saying?
There is a process in place to
me, bro.
do the
You take your time. Let me take my time.
internal affairs.
Hey,
I can barely hear you. I'm sorry.
fuck you like this, man.
You want to step over here?
Yeah,
My name's Robert, by the way.
I'm JT.
Nice to meet you. So, if somebody wants to make a complaint, we have a process in place through internal affairs.
Yes,
I can provide them with pamphlets and documentation on.
I understand. I'm going to tell you something though, and you may or may not want to hear it. When you have a community that's being victimized by the police, nobody wants to go to the police to file a report. It's like if somebody is being raped, they're not going to go to their rapist and file a report. So if the police are victimizing the community, and that's what it sounds like, they're going to be very uncomfortable going to the police department to file a report.
So, and that's why I'm going to have the sergeant come out here. That's why our whole policies have changed. And when somebody on scene wants to make a complaint, we have the sergeant come out and they can speak to the sergeant.
Okay. Okay. Me personally, I would just love to know if he's following people to their house and it has nothing to do with an investigation, because that's what the community's saying, and that's intimidation, you know, and
Is he following
harassment.
people? I don't know.
Right.
I'm not with them every day. Just like I don't know what you're doing every day.
Right. I would just
like
love.
you
I would
pointed
just
out-
love
hold
to.
on. Just like you had pointed out the fact that there's cameras here, and we
Right.
should show people that. Do these people have proof that he's following them? So it's an allegation, right? I hear what
Most
you're saying,
police
and
officers do not
yes, the
look
community can be victimized.
to their job
Is
as
that happening? I
protecting
don't know.
and serving the whole community at large.
But I understand.
By not enforcing
I would just love
laws
to have
against
something
his officer if his officer is harassing people, and having the community file a complaint is not what he would do
I mean, if he's
to the
not-
community
he's not
if
doing it, it should just
his
be
officer had a
not doing
complaint
it.
against him.
You know,
The
but
result
the fact that he's not
becomes an
speaking
imbalanced
is
system.
like, it's making the situation worse. If he's really not doing it, why is he not just saying, hey, you know, I didn't do that, or here's the situation?
What
You know,
we've been told to do when somebody wants to make a complaint and speak to our sergeant, we disengage as much as we can and let the sergeant deal with it from there.
okay, that's the training.
Because if I keep denying something that you keep accusing me of, we're escalating a situation.
I understand that. That
so
makes sense.
to de-escalate the situation, we kind of, you go over
I
there,
understand.
I come over here,
I get
and
it.
we try to de-escalate
Okay.
it by separating.
Okay,
So I have no problem having my sergeant still come out.
yeah, please, because you know, you have a lot of people that are saying something, and it seems like it all has to do with this guy, right? It seems like it all got to do with him, and I have a hard time believing that all of these people are lying about what one person's doing.
Hey,
You know?
record. Fuck this nigga.
He know, bro.
So-
Mama, he know because bro, you was behind me and I busted a bitch and got behind you. But it ain't so. They didn't try to pull up on 50
Following
behind
us
you.
yesterday, man.
You're a liar, bro.
Yeah, you a lying son of a bitch.
Sucker.
Hey, add yourself. You gotta know more than you, bro.
You're okay. Have him pull out so we can try to.
Yeah,
the
and we
issue.
just want to talk
My
to the
sergeant-
sergeant.
my sergeant's on his way.
Okay.
But you already have his name and badge number.
Yeah.
I would like to have him.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
De-escalate. If that works.
Is he gonna finish the report over there, and then what? It sounds like because he still needs to get his money back, and it sounds like this.
So the money's going to get turned in for evidence.
Right now.
Well, he just said he's giving it back to him.
She just said I'm gonna get it back.
I wasn't here for that conversation.
Okay.
So give me 1 second.
All right.
Let me figure that out.
Okay.
But I would like to tell the sergeant.
Okay.
Police definitely need
Said, let's not
to
make
be
it-
held accountable.
Yeah.
There definitely needs to be an independent system from the police that is monitoring them and keeping them accountable. And they should want that there, you know, because it keeps people safe, including them, you know, to have them being held accountable so that you don't have rogue officers doing reckless things that, you know, have the other officers put in dangerous situations. If police are out doing things that are abusive to the community, how many years, how long is it gonna take before the community finally bucks up and does something back? So they should want to be held accountable.
And the sergeant's gonna come here. So when the sergeant comes, we're gonna talk to the sergeant about the situation, and they just gonna fill out the paperwork, give it to us. They're gonna leave when the sergeant's coming, right? Okay. Fairly.
Earlier was doing this, and pointing at me. So, and I haven't done anything, have I?
I wasn't here for
Well,
that.
I know, but I could detain him, and I could turn this into even more of a problem. I'm trying to de-escalate this situation and leave it alone.
Okay, I appreciate
He's just
that.
trying to go through his day. This nigga's being a fucking asshole. Fuck that, nigga. Fuck, always taking my money, nigga.
All right. Alright. This is good. Chill out.
I already heard that. I don't need you to tell me. He already told me. She told me. He told me. What the fuck do you need to say?
You guys gave him all his paperwork? Okay, it's a good time to go. We'll wait for the sergeant.
Would you like me to stay?
Uh,
Entirely up to you.
I mean, is the sergeant coming?
Yeah, but here's what's going to happen. He's going to get here and see this large crowd and want some of us to at least be around.
Yeah, well, maybe wait off to the side somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for assisting.
Already did that shit once.
You know, I want to make sure that the community's safe, you know, because people out here being harassed. So, you know, that's my concern.
The safety of the public can go south. Like, community members can be harmed very quickly if there's not an independent party that's actively engaged in holding police accountable.
I'm guessing you don't want me to explain it to you.
Where are you going with the money? He's happy. Oh, you're gonna get a money. What the fuck?
That's
Holding a camera up to your window and trying to instigate the crowd as you're driving off, that's poor policing. No doubt about it.
exciting the crowd. Yeah. Not necessary, man.
They rob people.
If nothing else, talk to him about people. That was antagonistic right there.
They let Mr. Martinez go, the harasser, man.
This is what Oakland job does.
Man, we got the Hood Squad out here representing, man. Shout
Man,
out
you
to
already
Hood
know,
Squad,
man.
We
You already know.
It be always hella police brutality out here, hella
Man.
violence out here, hella
Let 'em know,
harassment
let 'em
everywhere.
know.
You feel me? You gotta stand out for the people. You feel me? This black and brown shit. It's a
Period,
movement
all
out
day.
here. Feel me?
All
It's a
day.
movement out here.
All day.
That's the sergeant, huh?
Yeah.
The community loves us, the hood loves us, you know, for the effort that we're putting in to try and keep them safe. We can police ourselves, we can help ourselves, we can keep each other safe.
Trying to find out
You
from the other
know,
one.
we don't need
what
this system, it's not
situation is.
designed for us.
Now, he trying to find out from his people first what they say going on before he talk to us about what's going on. Yeah, it's hella out of pocket, bro. They do the same type of shit in all black and brown neighborhoods, man. Everywhere, cause we everywhere. We all the way down to LA, and they do the same shit everywhere. Yeah.
Why didn't you talk to him?
Right. It didn't happen to me. That's what happened to.
Dumbass nigga.
Oh, that's just. Oh, I didn't recognize you. I'm sorry.
I'll talk to everybody. I'll talk to.
Right, he's going to talk to everybody.
Why don't you come
Right.
over here, sir?
Yeah, let's get out on the street so you don't get hit by a car. You've been the easiest person for me to speak to and explain things to, and you've been able to explain
Okay.
it to them, and they'll listen to you.
Can we get one of them over here?
No, I'll talk to everyone one at a time. So, I'm Sergeant Moore of the Oakland Police Department.
All right. Nice
What
to
can I
meet
help you with?
So, the community is concerned
Okay.
about what happened with this young man over here.
Okay.
That he was one of their complaints is that Officer Martinez has been following them home, and we're trying to find out, is that part of an investigation or is he just harassing people?
Okay.
So that's one complaint. I really just came to the situation after it already had been in process. Your officers will tell you that. So I really don't have too much information for you, okay? But I know the young man that it happened to definitely wants to file a report. It sounds like there's a lot of people in the crowd that want to file a report. From what it sounds like to me is there's been an ongoing incidence of harassment from at least this individual officer that they want to file a report about.
Okay.
So, you know, it sounds to me as though they've been victimized for a while out here. I'm not a witness. You know, I can't speak on that.
Okay.
But what I can tell you is that there's a lot of witnesses over there that want to file reports.
Okay. I'll talk to everyone that wants to talk to me one-on-one, but I'm not going to stand in front of a crowd and be yelled at by 20 different people. So I'll just talk to people one at a time.
I'll ask them if they will come and individually talk to you.
That's fine.
And then if it's okay, I'll just stand with them.
No, I'm going to talk to them by themselves.
Okay, well, they may not be comfortable,
Okay,
just like you're not comfortable without him standing.
I don't need him to stand there.
Okay.
But I can only interview people one at a time.
Right.
I can't interview because then the interview doesn't work because
He's the sergeant.
Hold on 1 second, sir.
I called him over.
Okay. You don't have to wait. You don't have to talk to me if you don't want to.
I mean, I'm good.
He's going to file.
If you want to talk to me, I'll talk to you in 1 second. I'm not done talking to this gentleman yet, so let me talk to him first, and then I'll talk to you. Okay?
But I'm the main person.
That's what I told him.
That's what I told him. I'll talk to you in just 1 minute, but let me finish talking to this gentleman, and then I will talk to you.
I don't have any information for you.
What is he gonna have? I'm the person. I'm the person.
I'm JT.
Okay, your full name?
JT is fine. Everybody knows me as JT. You can say JT.
Talk to this gentleman, and if you can go step over there.
Absolutely.
Against Negroes.
Alone, yes.
The police are able to use
Always one-man cars. I was actually on my way to go get lunch.
to paint the Negro community as a criminal element.
William Johnson, Michael Brown.
Here's the show, Sterling, and two officers fighting outside of the store.
Once the police have convinced the white public that the so-called Negro community is a criminal element, they can go in and question, brutalize, murder unarmed, innocent Negroes, and the white public is gullible enough to back them up.